Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now, last week, although it may not be last week to you, you may have seen that I purchased a pudding basin from a charity shop, and I said, well, maybe a summer pudding might be coming up. Well, today is the day. So what do you need for a summer pudding? Couldn't be simpler. Could not be simpler. You need 800 grams of fruit. Now you can use fresh or you can use frozen fruit. So guess what I'm using? Yep, I'm using frozen. And you need 150 grams of caster sugar. Just so you can see, caster sugar. You'll also need some slices of white bread. Now, how many slices of bread you need will depend entirely on the size of your bowl. So, that's it. Couldn't get any simpler, could it? So, let's move you and let's start to cook. Right then, I have got my scales and I've got my saucepan that I'm going to use on the scales. Now I've just been to Lidl and I've got a selection of frozen fruits. I have got frozen summer fruits. This is a 500 gram bag, so obviously all of this is going in. If I can get it open. My goodness me. Just look at the size of that blackberry. Crikey. Hold on, look. Look, that is humongous. Right, so that should weigh 500, and it does. And we'll need 300 grams of the Black Forest fruits. So the Black Forest has got cherries in it, which we both enjoy. So I need to measure 300 grams of those. Oops, gone over. Big blackberries in there as well. Gosh. There we go, 800 spot on. Right, we shall reconvene. And we need 150 grams of caster sugar. So I've reset my scales to 0. And I'm going to add in 150 grams of caster sugar. Oh, it's a warm one again. Now, as I start getting nearer, I don't want to be putting any lumps of the sugar in, purely because it will take it over the weight. The lumps obviously will just melt down. Right, 3 more grams. Oh, look at that, spot on 150. Actually, you can't even see it. There you go. Now I've moved it, it says 148, 149, okay. There you go, 150. Right then, that's our fruit and our sugar all in there, and I've stirred it around a little bit because we want to get all the fruit covered in the sugar. At this point you could add a little alcohol if you wanted. What would I add? Some creme de cassis would be lovely. Or maybe some, oh my goodness, Cointreau, but I'm not going to, okay? So now we just have to heat this gently. So I'm making sure it's on a fairly low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes until the sugar is dissolved and the fruits are heated through. So we shall come back when that is done. Right then, whilst my fruit is heating through, and you should see the amount of juice that's come out of it, it's wonderful. I have trimmed the crusts from 8 slices of bread. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't throw away those crusts. Pop them into your blender, your food processor or chopper. Blitz them up to make breadcrumbs. Then you can pop them in a bag and freeze them, or you can actually set them in a low oven to dry right out completely, and they can then, as long as they are completely dry, they can then be stored in a jar, so you've got breadcrumbs whenever you need them. Right, I have also lined my basin with cling film, plastic wrap, saran wrap, is that what you call it? Saran wrap in the States. And that is purely to make getting it out easier. So I'm just going to use one of the slices as a template for the bottom of, just about big enough, for the bottom of my summer pudding, which obviously my bottom, once I've oh, that's a mess, isn't it? Once I've tied it, once I've turned it out, becomes the top. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this into the berry juice, so that I know that my summer pudding is going to have a lovely colour on the outside as well as the in. And then what you're going to do is you are going to cut your slices of bread and do the same. Let's switch this off, this is hot now. Do the same, just dip in. You only really need to dip one side, and that's the outside edge, and layer into your pudding basin. Overlap your layer so that there's going to be no gaps where everything would leach out. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and once it's done we'll be back. Right, now just ensure that every slice is overlapping. Just squeeze it down. Any holes, just fill them with another piece of bread. It's fine. That's what you want. Right, now we can just add our filling. We're going to save some to go over the top. Right, now we need to put a top on, don't we? Now I think what I'm going to do is use a whole slice. Will it cover? Pretty much. Let's just cut off the crusts again and dip. I don't know about you, but I absolutely adore summer fruits. That's pretty much most fruit, to be fair. Right, so we don't want any gaps in our top, which will become our bottom, obviously, when it's turned out. So again, just squeeze it all on. I'm just going to drizzle over just a little, if I can get it, of just the juice. wash my hands because they're a little bit fruity. Right, now I'm going to bring over the cling. And pull that over like so. What we need to do is get a saucer and put that on top, push it down, and we're going to put a weight on top of this. So we're going to put, there we go, I'm going to put a couple of tins of ravioli. Doesn't matter what tins you use, but you know, they're the ones I've got out. And then this needs to go into the fridge for a few hours. Overnight is actually best. So we'll be back for this probably tomorrow. Right then, it's the next day. Oh gosh, the moment of truth. Let's get rid of the tins. Put them back in the cupboard. And let's move you down so you can see. Right, sorry about that. So you can see as we turn out our summer pudding. All right. Okay. There it is. Let's try and do this. Fingers crossed it comes out nicely. It's so cold, it's not even letting me hold it. All right, let's have a look. I think what I will do is I will just run round. I'll use a palette knife, it makes more sense. We'll run round the edge with a palette knife just to loosen it enough to come out. I need to get the right side of the cling film, don't I? Right, let's try again. Sorry. It's coming. It's out. Oh my goodness me. Wow, 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 wow. There we go. A delicious summer pudding. Now, I've got some extra fruit here, if you remember, didn't all fit in, and juice, so I'll just pour that over, well, the juice anyway, over the top, and we'll get this served up. Right, there we are. That's what it looks like. How simple is it to make? So I've just got some double cream, just some cream there. I haven't whipped it. We're just going to go, if I can open it, straight pouring. And let's show you this. Now, as always happens, we need to take this through to Steve and we'll be back for the taste. Right then, it's taste time. So, there we go. That's what we've got. That's what we've got. There you go. I should have had some without the cream, so I'm going to take some from the plate. Right, no cream so that I can get a full-on taste. Oh my, Those sour cherries are delicious. Right, a true British pudding dessert, afters, whatever you want to call it. Summer pudding, absolutely. Delicious. So, thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Any comments, please write them down below. Happy to reply. Obviously like, yeah, subscribe, and if you've got a spare hype going, that would be lovely. But for now, I'm off to eat this, and I'll see you again on the next In the Kitchen with Pen. Bye bye for now.